What a crisp, cool evening. We are live outside at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. Kevin Flushing Flash Kelley, 170 centimeters tall. Here comes the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelley. Who could forget his infamous battle with Prince Asim Hamed? The former world champion looks to get a big win in this one. Here comes Prince Jr. A lot of hype around this fighter. How high will his ceiling be? We'll get some answers tonight.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Flushing, Queens, New York, here is the former amateur great and world title holder, introducing the WBC featherweight champion of the world, known as the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelley. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Surrey, England, and the famed boxing family, here is the son of the prince, Aadam Hamed.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
It's cooled down a little bit. Right. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. They both want a knockout, you can tell. That counter shot lands. Defense is not an option for these two. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. The perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Do you believe this? There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kelley in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
Oh, look at that chap slick.
And there's the bell for round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He misses with that straight left. That left hook won't score. Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. And Hamed just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Kelley in that last round. At this point, here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Johnny, I love watching these lighter fighters just based on the hand speed and the foot movement. So impressive to watch. Stamina is off the charts. And he scores with the counter. They got out of the way of that right hook. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The jab doesn't quite connect. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice counter shot. Talk about Kelley in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. He misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kelley in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs to knock.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missing with the uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A lot of effort being exerted here. The stamina is off the charts. Do you believe what we're seeing? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Kelley in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on.
1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him.
There's the bell for round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Nice counter. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Good counter punching. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about Kelley in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be...
It's a terrible round now.
And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And Hamed to the canvas. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Hamed in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right.
What are you doing? You switched off them.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. That jab doesn't score. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Nice counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Has to be careful for that. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hamed in that last round.
Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Calm yourself.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Hamed now. Oh no, is he going to go down? And Aadam Hamed just couldn't take it anymore. I don't know, I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
These punches coming from every angle. Nope, that hook won't score. Can't find a home for that jab. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hamed in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break it.
Good work. Don't forget the jab.
There's the bell to start round 10. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And down goes Hamed. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.